Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. I am Marv, and this is Readings by Marvelousmadame TAURUS. Well, looky here. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. This is going to be your weekly energy reading, carrying you through the energy of November 12th through the 19th for the beautiful sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And Gemini, one of the reasons why I said looky here is because you guys have one of maybe the most positive readings this week. Now, the interesting part is that the new moon in Scorpio, being the big ticket item, is not hitting you in a relationship house. So that may have dodged you a bullet, but definitely relationships are on your mind, especially when we're leading this with two cups. But before we get into that, I want to tell you who else got that exact same placement for that particular card, and that is Libra. So maybe you're crossing with a Libra. Maybe you have strong Libra in your chart, or the person that you have this connection with does. Let's get into this. So again, everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. This week we did do, for the month, these collective readings. They will be pinned in the comment. Okay, they're going to be career and money. What are their intentions and how they see you? If you're looking for the readings from another angle, that is an angle out there for you. Haven't done collective readings in a long time, so it was bitter and sweet because some of the energy that I was picking up on, I was like, for real? But needless to say, just know that there are oppositions that's going on this particular week. So it's probably, and the other thing is that the lead up to this has probably been hell for you. But let's go ahead and unpack your reading, Gemini. Obviously, we are starting out with two cups. Two cups is on your mind. This is your bond. Obviously, it's Avi. All right, this is your bond. This is your love for another person. One of the things that I think that the Two of Cups also represents also is the unity between you and a person. I guess that is kind of covered in the bond, but there's a mutual partnership that's critical. And each party, in order for this Two of Cups to be successful, gives their all. It's just period. You can't have a successful Two of Cups if both of you guys aren't actually exchanging the cup. Now, if you look at the imagery on the Mushroom Hunters Tarot, it is mushrooms on what looks like a cheese board or some type of block and bottle of wine. So this is symbolizing, the love that is in each cup. Now, if you look at that cup, and I don't know whether the author of this deck intended this to be this way. The author is, what's his name? Jesus. I had his name, guys. Joe Buckley. One of these glasses are sipped from, and the other one is not. So what does that mean for you symbolically? What does that mean? One of these glasses definitely has more wine in it than the other one, if you look at it. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. So maybe there has been some imbalance in the past, but now things are, moving along. Maybe that's what this is symbolic for. But moving on, in the heart place is where you shine here, because it is the Wheel of Fortune. And so I know that there is a cycle between you and another that has come to a close, okay? There is a cycle right now because, let's just talk about it like the Wheel of Fortune is luck. The Wheel of Fortune is karma. The wheel goes around, and it keeps coming. It doesn't really go anywhere. It comes back. It's a cycle, like it's a wheel, and it just keeps moving no matter what. So with the Wheel of Fortune here, I know that with luck, karma, and life cycles, that what goes up must come down. So another thing to outline in this particular card especially when we're looking at these cards. Now we're looking at, but as you can see, he still put those symbolic images inside of the card, which I like. So we're talking about the Aquarius as the angel, Scorpio as the eagle, Leo as the lion, and Taurus as the bull, if you can see that card. So you're dealing with a fixed energy. You definitely are dealing with a fixed energy. They could have been up, they could have been down. Maybe you guys are back on the up right now, which is also beautiful. I also see, and that's what's in your heart. So this is absolutely gorgeous for you. And everything seems to be aligning when we look at the next card being High Priestess. I'm sorry, Hierophant. Hierophant has been a very busy card, this particular set of readings. When I was like sitting and really asking Spirit to, use me as a conduit for what was going on with you, and I saw this, I immediately got happy. I was like, yes, I felt like, you guys deserve this. So Hierophant means definitely that this is the card of tradition. And Gemini, you may want to marry this person. It hasn't always been wine and roses with you, wine being the imagery in the card. It hasn't always been that way. But I also feel like now you're drinking more wine from that glass. That glass that has the least amount of wine is yours. You're getting your just due. Although justice isn't here, it does sound like you're finally in that energy, which is gorgeous. Okay. But a Hierophant is obviously the card of traditions, education, faith. A lot of times I like to use this card as a person moving up into this. This is the version that you want to be in. If you are not in a Hierophant energy, then you feel blocked and restricted and unsupported in your growth. And now, of course it is upright, but I see no evidence that this is what's going on with you now, even if that's where you once were. This week is definitely bringing you, the new moon in Scorpio is focused on your 6th house. But as far as your love, and this may be the furthest from your mind right now, but your love relationships are taking a turn and they're being redone. They're being redone, and you guys together are refocusing on what is important. That's what I like. What led us to the 2 of Cups, if you can look, is that 4 of Wands back there. So when we're looking at 4 of Wands, then obviously that is the celebration. That is our 1111. 4 of Wands is a beautiful card because it's talking about obviously marriage and weddings and parties and reunions. And so I feel like with this Hierophant, which is the card of tradition, and with our 4 of Wands in the past leading us to 2 Cups, which in turn has turned the wheel in our heart. And now we're back focused on tradition. Some of you guys are definitely thinking about marriage. You got marriage on the brain. You and someone are going to be coming back together and definitely solidifying this bond. I think that is what's on your mind definitely this week. And there is a timing issue, though. You guys are talking about solidifying this bond. Let's justify why we are here is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing I Gotta Know by Nika Costa. If you feel the same, my dear, let's justify why we are here is what she says in the lyric that I'm channeling. Knight of Pentacles. The timeline is not going to be tomorrow. The Knight of Pentacles is in present energy, and this is, let's work on our practicality, our reliability. This person is rushing toward you to bring this, justifying why you guys are back together. It feels like you guys may be getting back together, or you're definitely leveling up and getting on the same page. Again, the Knight of Pentacles reminds us that there's fulfillment at the end of every cycle because slow and steady wins the race. The Knight traditionally looks outward with careful consideration, showing his slow and steady nature. So with that being said, this is all about someone rushing in, but slowly. Why I say rushing, although this Knight doesn't rush, is just because the Knight of Pentacles drives the energy. So there's going to be a constant reminder that This is what we're working on. This is what we're working on. This isn't about getting married tomorrow, but this is definitely you guys showing up, being on the same page, and finally getting on the same page about what your future looks like, which is what I like, which I feel like was not a thing before. This wasn't here before because the Wheel of Fortune is telling me about how your heart feels. And that means that now that this wheel has turned in your favor, remember what goes up must come down. So at some point, maybe it wasn't. But now this is coming full circle, a very much so full circle moment of love. I think I like that title better. This is beautiful for you. You know, the past brought you here. You guys got back together and had a brief celebration. And that celebration or that gathering, for some of you guys, if you want me to like break it down all the way, maybe you ran into your ex at a wedding. Maybe, you know, you guys, someone reached out. Whatever this symbolizes as action, there was definitely in the past a person that definitely came back to reach out, you know, and maybe that in the past is what done it. There was a celebratory moment in the past that included the both of you, whether it was your celebration or someone else's celebration, and that is what led back to this Two of Cups. We need to reimagine what our bond is and re-solidify this bond. There was definitely a full circle moment, Gemini, and it's a very, very beautiful reading for you this week on my channel. I love this. Thank you so much for lending me your ears and allowing me to read for you. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. What remains is that Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. I can't even break it down anymore and any better than that. That's what remains, and it will happen. If you are looking for a broader stroke, please go and watch the collective readings that have been posted on the channel. As I mentioned at the top of this video, a career and money reading, a what are their intentions reading, and a how they see you reading. Gemini, it is always a pleasure. I will see everybody in our new moon and Scorpio video that will be posted, audio video podcast that will be posted to the channel tomorrow. And to everyone else, I'll see you next week when we do it again. Bye, Gem.